Hey guys, I just wanted to make a video showing off my gear because I've been really putting a lot of time in and progressing my character. So I thought I would make a little gear video because I know people are interested in this kind of thing. So here's the character right here. I just got this necklace last night. Funny story. I guess we don't really need to start there, but yeah, we'll start with the necklace. I used to have the blue one, like the savagery necklace, and it literally had the exact same stats: 3 attack speed and 1.3 piercing. So it wasn't even an upgrade, but it was because it had more defense, health, all that, yada yada. Anyways, yeah, we'll start with the right side of the gear here. My cape, obviously they should be wings, but my belt, and my body are my worst pieces. Other than that, everything is pretty good. I have good earrings, really good boots, and a godly main hand weapon. Anyways, here we go. So yeah, this I'll just show you guys the guild real fast too. Shout out the guild boys. We're still level 1, but we're gonna be level 2 real fast. And yeah, that's the way she goes. Anyways, but by the way, we're recruiting. Here's my helmet. It's got 2% boss. I wish it had 4. I'm not sure what the max roll is, but I know it can go up to 4. And you want 4 boss and you want like 4 accuracy. So in that sense, this piece of gear isn't that godly, but 2 boss is still not bad. It's actually harder than you'd think to get that boss damage roll on your helmet. Here's my pendant and 1.3 piercing. You can't complain. The attack speed, I would rather it be... What would I rather it be? There's definitely a better one than attack speed, but I'd take like total damage or dark damage. I'm not sure if you can get that on a pendant or not. I have a picture where all the stats, what you want to roll on everything is there, but attack speed is not what you want as your secondary stat, but you do definitely want piercing on your pendant. Anyways, moving on to my first piece of epic gear right here. This suit, funny story, back when I was trying to get into hard raids, you need 2100 gear score, and basically the fastest way to do that, cheaper than buying the weapon, is to just buy a suit and then upgrade your blue weapon to like plus whatever until you have 2100. Then you can just start running hard dungeons, and at that point it's just all downhill from there. But here's my first piece of gear. I just had 25 luck. I actually paid 7 mil for this back in the day when the game first came out. It was like a week into the release, and this bad boy cost 7 mil. Nowadays, she don't cost that much, but it's just the way she goes. My cape, like I said before, is really bad. It has 160 crit damage, which is really nice. You know, like that's not a bad thing. But you want like piercing and crit damage would be really good. But I'm saving up for the Valkyrie wings or whatever they are. You get them from running Lubelisk, and yeah, we're gonna skip the weapon and we're gonna go straight up here to my earrings, which I'm pretty proud of. 2.5 piercing on earrings, you can't complain. I always check out other people's gear, and 2.5 is definitely above. A lot of people don't even have piercing on their earrings, which is unfortunate. Then I just have a little cheeky accuracy gem put in there. I would upgrade. I have enough. Check this out. I have enough fragments to definitely unlock all 3 sockets. 260 absolute earring fragments. It only takes 16 to create one, but it also costs 500 mesos to make 1 pair of earrings. So maybe when I come into a little bit more money, also I could make a new cape, but like roll on another cape. But I'm just saving my money, and I'm gonna be buying the wings anyways. So yeah. Moving on to my belt, which is not a good piece of gear, just crit damage, and yeah, basically just a filler item until I can get a better one. Here's my gloves, 5.4 piercing, physical piercing, which you can't complain about, you know what I mean? It's a fine piece of gear, it's a fine roll, but I'd like a better second roll. The poison damage is obviously poison damage reduction. It's not bad, but it's not necessary. I'd prefer an offensive stat there. But moving on to my ring, I have a pretty good ring. Dark damage, which is my main stat. All the build that I have, all my offensive skills use dark damage except for this, but there's only 1 fragmented star, but there's only 1 point in fragmented star anyways. So yeah, and then I have an attack gem in my ring that I unlocked, and that's pretty good. Moving on to what I would think it's my second favorite piece of gear out of it all right here, my boots. Oh yeah, 4% movement speed and 4% boss. These are actually god tier boots. Like obviously they're not maxed on both, but as far as rolls go, that is an literally the best primary and secondary roll that you could ever want. And now we're moving on to where all the damage comes from. And as you guys can see, it is plus 15, but I'm sure you've all been waiting to see just what rolls I got on my main hand. And that's why we're going to start with my secondary. Now this used to be my main hand, which will give you an idea of the stats on my main hand. But on my offhand weapon, my throwing star, I got max piercing and then 2.3 dark, which is not bad. I'm pretty sure 3% dark is the best you can get. So 2.3, I think it's something like that. It could be 4, but I think it is actually just 3 on the weapon, which yeah. Anyways, it's not bad. Like I said, all my abilities use dark damage anyways, and yeah, it works out. And 271 on the weapon, on the base weapon attack is not bad either. And I actually had this to plus 12 when I got my my main hand here. And here is what gives me all of my damage right here. Oh yeah, max piercing, max physical piercing, and it has like a medium base weapon attack. But as far as the main hand goes, this thing is completely godly. It plus 15 takes a long time to get. I don't know exactly. I should have done the numbers, but I failed plus 15 on 35%, and every time it takes 4 throwing stars just to have a chance at 5%, so 1 in 20. And then every time you fail, you get 5 charges. So I saved up my charges all the way to 30. So that's already 6 times, which is 24 weapons right there just to fail it that time. And then I did it again, and then I'm pretty sure I got it on 32%. I just worked my way back up in charges and got it on 32%. So stick in there, guys. Honestly, if you do all 10 runs on FD, now that you can beta reset, you can reset your dungeon runs, you have no problem. Do all 10 of your runs on whatever you need to do if you're trying to get your plus 15, and then just save up your charges to like right around like 40-50%, because you can do that in one day. And then you just do it. If you fail it, just take the L, move on, go to your next piece of gear, like not your next piece of gear, but just wait for the next day, do all your runs again, do all 10 runs, just keep doing it on minimum. And then as soon as at the end of the day, after you're done your 10 runs, I would just put all your charges in, save up as many weapons as you need to upgrade, and just try and YOLO it every single time, and eventually you will get it. Mark my words, if you do that for a week, you will get your plus 15. It took me, fortunately, only 2 days of trying, but I was trying for longer than that. I was on 13 for a long time. As soon as I got to 14, I was like, alright, I need to get that last little bit. And it's a grind, but it's worth it to get that extra damage. Literally, the damage increase past 12, you almost double your damage. Like, you add 1k DPS per upgrade, which is insane. Literally, I went from like 5.1 to 6.3 just off of from 14 to 15. And anyways, guys, if you enjoy this type of video, I just wanted to show off my gear. Like, the game is still pretty new. Chaos Raids just came out. I haven't ran a single Chaos Raid. I know I could, but I'm just taking it easy. I'm sitting on them for a bit. I'm waiting until people learn the mechanics a little bit better, and I'll be able to pick it up real fast. And because I'm not on the cutting edge, like you know what I mean, the top tier of like raids and stuff like that. But as far as character and like gear progression goes, I'm pretty ahead of the game. Obviously no legendaries, but a lot of the legendaries people are getting have pretty bad rolls. I'd take this gear. My piercing, I do have 9.5 base piercing, and yeah, I'll show you guys my pet too, and then 11 physical piercing. Here's all my stats. Attack speed and all the other ones are kind of irrelevant. Here's my dark damage bonus is 4.3, and yeah, I'll show you guys my skill build here. This is my build. I literally, since I leveled up, I just made this build myself. I didn't look it up or anything, and I've been going with it ever since. All I do is just basically spam Shadow Cutter, and then whenever Fatal Strikes is up, I use it. Shadow Burst, that's my big like bursty one. You hit him with a death sentence, and then you blow it up with Shadow Burst for an extra 309% dark damage, and you can do some pretty crazy DPS with that. And then I just have Soul Grinder because it's a dark damage ability as well. And these are just kind of like my 2 Spirit Spenders. And then this is just my base attack. It's just like a boomerang throwing star. It just keeps going back and forth. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, leave a like. And if you want, yeah, anyways, I'm going to be dropping a lot of MapleStory videos coming up here. And yeah, if you want to be in my guild, apply to Sad Life. And yeah, I hope everybody is enjoying MapleStory and has been having a good time with all the updates that have been coming out. Alright guys, peace.